Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Championship Wrestling Series. Welcome to Tombstone TV. My name is Bullet Von Awesome. And welcome to France. This is the Bash in Bordeaux. Episode 93 of Tombstone TV and our opening contest, folks. After that stellar pay-per-view event, Capital Carnage 4, after Mayhem in Madrid, Spain. Look at this, folks. We've got singles action set for one fall, and there's a lot of explaining to be done by these guys. It looks like England's own Dylan, Royal Albert Hall, Big Ben. There's a whole new faction here in CWS alongside the coal miners and folks. I don't believe what I saw at the weekend in Spain. Big Ben had so many people interfering in this match. The Cosmic Alliance ended up running in. The whole thing went to a schmoz, and somehow in amongst the madness, Moonbeam Originales defeated Big Ben. The Tower of London has fallen, and we've got a new CWS World's Heavyweight Champion. But folks, the fallout of this one is not done. We are still touring Europe, and I reckon we're going to have battles between England's own and the Cosmic Alliance for the next few weeks, and tonight it all starts again, folks. Dylan is here for his 6th ranked singles matchup since arriving in CWS. This escape artist, he's going to have to try to escape the hands of his opponent here tonight, folks. Royal Albert Hall making a shocking return and bringing a lot of violence with him. A Capital Carnage 4. And now Dylan, who got involved in the main event. The World's Heavyweight title matchup at Mayhem in Madrid. And this guy also got involved, folks. Moonbeam Jr. making his way to the ring for his matchup, and it looks as though Dylan's not alone. He brought Royal Albert Hall. Well, Moonbeam Jr. is not alone either, ladies and gentlemen, because he's bringing with him the man that gravity didn't remember, and the new CWS Intercontinental Champion, Ozone, is here, and he's going to be in the corner of Moonbeam Jr. here tonight, folks. First time seeing him in over 2 years with that CWS Intercontinental Champion. He was the inaugural IC Champion. Of course, he lost that way back at Fight at the Opera 1, our very first pay-per-view event, and Ozone has been without gold for 22 months, and folks, he picked it up in a triple threat match against King Toro and General Lee Good at Capital Carnage 4. And speaking of King Toro, speaking of General Lee Good, folks, that was the announced and scheduled Intercontinental Championship match for Mayhem in Madrid until Ozone defeated both men individually and earned his spot in it, forcing it to become a triple threat match, and then went on to become the champion. But tonight we're going to see King Toro versus General Lee Good in that singles matchup. And folks, there's so many more matches on the card. But tonight, Moonbeam Jr. and Dylan, two light heavyweight legends of the business. And they start things off with the same idea in mind. They both went for that dropkick maneuver and missed. And since then, Dylan has taken advantage, and he has capitalized so far. Royal Albert Hall, can I get a quick word? Welcome back to CWS for Season 3. What's the plan? I mean, you're one half of the longest running tag team champions of all time. Oh my god, a punt kick like that. Your tag team partner Big Ben was the World's Heavyweight Champion. Did you guys cost him the title? Alright, boy, I'm just doing my job. Alright, I'll go over here. Dylan in the ring right now. Stomping away here, Moonbeam Jr.'s hand. This is a man that won a contenders matchup. Remember that? Moonbeam Jr. is a former top contender at the Heavyweight World's Championship level. And during that no disqualification contest, folks, chaos reigned. And look at this, Royal Albert Hall up in the apron, trying to distract the ref. Dylan on the top, what's he looking to do? From the top, that shotgun drop kick connects, and Junior's down. We've got a no count. Oh, Royal Albert Hall's plan backfired. The referee seemingly going to put that turnbuckle pad back on and wasn't available for the pinfall. Junior somehow turning the tide, and look at that springboard moonsault connects to the back of Dylan, and Dylan the villain has been taken down. Junior now tying him all kinds of up. Off the ropes again, and a second springboard moonsault connects to Moonbeam Jr. Ducks under, rolls Dylan up, and kick to that chest. Folks, I truly could not believe what I was seeing at Capital Carnage 4 at Mayhem in Madrid. The amount of interference in that bout was unprecedented. We saw coal miners, Royal Albert Hall's return. We saw Dylan the villain, Dylan all getting involved. Seemingly at the behest of Big Ben, the Tower of London. Moonbeam Jr. ran down to help. Ozone ran down to help. We had the Starshine Kid running down to help, and folks, it wasn't enough for Big Ben. And now Moonbeam Originalis is the world's heavyweight champion. And from the top, Junior. My goodness gracious. We've got the 1, we've got the 2, and we've got the 3. A modicum of revenge may be there for the Cosmic Alliance as Moonbeam Jr. puts down Dylan. Dylan, who goes 0-6. Massive win there for Junior, and he's got to feel a bit of revenge. As we went off air, of course, at Capital Carnage, as the final pinfall was happening, the camera was actually fixated on Junior and Dylan and what was going on between them. And folks, I doubt this is the last we're going to see of these guys in action against each other. It seems to me like the Cosmic Alliance and England's own, the new stable who's just appeared in CWS this past weekend. I reckon there's going to be a lot more action yet to come between them. And folks, speaking of that, we know, I can announce, the Starshine Kid will be in action later on tonight as he takes on Royal Albert Hall in Albert's first match back since arriving here in CWS for Season 3. We're also going to have the Fortunate Sons taking on a mystery tag team here tonight, which I'm really excited about. Beautiful Bruno Bravo will be in action later on tonight, folks. We're going to have a 6-woman tag match later on tonight too. I've also mentioned General Lee Good versus King Toro. And folks, in your main event tonight, of course, this is an interesting one. We're going to run back the main event at Capital Carnage 4 Mayhem in Madrid. That's right, Moonbeam Originales, your heavyweight champion, will be in action in a non-title bout up against the Tower of London, Big Ben. And folks, there's a special guest referee for that one. Let me tell you all about it as the night progresses. Don't go anywhere. CWS continues. Tombstone TV continues. And the Bash in Bordeaux continues. As the Fortunate Sons take on a mystery tag team. That bout's coming up right here next. So don't go anywhere. Folks, our second matchup here of the evening. And as the Fortunate Sons make their way in the ring. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Is this their mystery opponents? The guy scheduled to be here tonight. It's the return of the Walkers Undead. On your left, it's Merle Walker and his brother Daryl is here. And folks, for the referee has just rang the bell. Matchup somehow has begun on the ramp, and Merle laying hands here on the Fortunate Sons, and Merle taking the fight to both of them out on the rampway. Refs count up to 5. Not sure why the referee rang the bell at all. But look, referee's discretion. What's done is done. Merle and Daryl Walker are back. The Walkers Undead, former tag team champs of the world. And my God, look at that Merle with that high-angled slam already. Merle looking absolutely shredded. He's looking fantastic. The best we've seen him in a long time. These guys are former tag team champs of the world, of course. The Walkers Undead picked up those titles very early on in Season 1 of CWS. Great to see them back. Daryl had an absolutely stellar singles record. Many wins, many contenders matches as Merle rolls them up. We've got the what? Not even a walk out there. Folks, the Walkers Undead were the team that dethroned Bad Manners in their first reign and then went on to hold the titles for 56 days. In turn, they lost it to Big and Tall, who set the record with 142 reign at those tag team titles, the longest reign in the men's tag team division. And of course, now that Bad Manners are holding the gold again, you know that the Walkers would return because they beat them once for the titles. They gotta think they're gonna do it twice. Double super kick. The Fortunate Sons find the gold in that one. And look at this, Daryl and Merle. Well-rehearsed, well-oiled team for Merle to be able to take the kick and still make the tag. And look at Daryl escaping the military press like that with an open-handed slap to the face. And the Fortunate Sons are in trouble here as Daryl gets whipped off the ropes. Oh, caught himself and locks back up, and now it's Daryl's turn. Sent his opponent flying. Look at that for a leapfrog, and oh my god, discus cross body, and Daryl Walker with the cover. We've got the one, and my goodness, brother on brother action here tonight, folks. The Fortunate Sons looking to pick up their first ever victory here in tag action in CWS. Of course, they've lost 2 matches so far after those heinous assaults from Los Bestias Locas. In the pass, we got a spinning heel kick and a 1, and a kick out at 1. And folks, of course, Daryl played possum, and as his opponent launched himself over the top rope, Daryl avoided it, sending his opponent crashing down flat to the floor like that. And now Daryl able to pick the carcass. You know the Fortunate Sons are looking to prove themselves and earn a bit of treasure. And you know that the Walkers Undead are survival experts and they know how to survive in a ring. The Walkers Undead, and this is their 14th tag team bout. Big Boot taking him down, and a cover perhaps? No. Thinking better of it. Instead, a submission applied here. And oh my god, Daryl didn't see that Hurricane Rana coming, and he got taken off his feet. The team of the Walkers Undead with 6 wins and 7 tag team losses. Looking to turn that record around perhaps. Oh my god, a high angle Brave Buster, and Daryl's been taken down, and that might be just what the doctor ordered. Can the Fortunate Sons find a victory here tonight? As just had a leaping forearm shot to the face, and Daryl's in total and utter control right now, manipulating his opponent's body and whipping him into the corner here to the more like Unfortunate Sons right now. And from the top, Daryl sends Merle crashing, and that high angled shoulder tackle off the top. And that snapmare connects, and my gosh, he's center of the ring, and what the heck? We don't often see Merle climbing to the top rope, but tonight we see the Undead fly through the night sky with that elbow drop, connects center of the chest. Into the corner he goes, oh my god, quick tags. These guys seem like a well-oiled machine, folks. And the tag division here in CWS might want to take note. The Walkers Undead. Quick tags, methodical tags, staying in the matchup, staying breezy, keeping their wind, landing their hits, and then tagging out of the ring. And now what the heck, Merle? Oh my god, he's got this chokehold applied, he's choking him out. Is he gonna tap? No, he escapes the hold. The referee a little distracted here. Oh my god, that super kick connects, and another one to the back of the head, and that might be it. That might be it. 1, 2, and the shoulder up off the mat, and Merle manages to break it up. Daryl got a little frightened there. He started to make his way into the ring, but Merle able to survive. Quick fire tag now from the Fortunate Sons, and oh my god, Fortune found double knees to the chest, and Daryl might want to break this one up perhaps. 1, 2, and oh my goodness, oh my gosh, Merle gets the shoulder up off the mat yet again. Daryl, quick interview with you on the apron. You seem to be putting a lot of faith into your brother. You guys have had a discussion about it? And you're okay, interesting. Look at this tag team offense again. Daryl, surely you've got to break this one up, no? 1, 2, And oh my gosh, Merle proving himself worthy here. Daryl being brave, being brazen perhaps. A lot of faith being put in your brother's ability to kick out. A lot of the fans online have said that you're the strong one and Merle's the weak link in the team. Are we going to see more of that in Season 3 or not? And again, double team offense again here, but Merle taking the hits, taking the licks. Able to roll out of the ring and not get pinned perhaps. Merle taking a breather on the outside, but he's got to run the risk here of getting counted out. And Daryl he had a slingshot stunner over the top rope and went flying, careening outside to the thin pads on the floor to protect our virtual athletes in the virtual concrete below. And Merle now taking enough of a breather to get the refs count up to 7, but walks right into more of an attack. And now he doesn't have his brother on the apron to perhaps save him. Sling blade, cover, center of the ring. 1, 2, and Merle gets the shoulders off the mat again. And oh my goodness, folks, I don't believe it. Merle finding inner strength here in Bordeaux. Is there something in the French water? Because Merle Walker has been able to withstand more damage than I have ever seen him withstand in the past. And from the top, the double axe connects. And Merle gets taken down yet again. Merle has been a sponge for damage at this point, but he turns his opponent around, and now he's in the wrong part of town. Merle might want to get back to his own corner here as he eats a serious combination and gets scooped up. And driven flat down just like that, an impaler style DDT. Dropped to the top of his head. And Merle gets whipped into the corner. The Fortunate Sons make another quick tag, and off the ropes he goes, and yet again, fortune found. And that's gotta be it, folks, surely. And Daryl watching on. 1, 2, not even gonna try to break it up. And the Walkers Undead return to CWS, but interestingly, they do not pick up victory in the bout, folks. Daryl is going to have something to answer to. A lot to answer for, perhaps, as the Fortunate Sons pick up their first W here in CWS. Great victory for them. What are the Walkers going to do now, folks, after they've lost their first match back? I got to admit to being a bit shocked by that result. Daryl said in the interview with the Apron something about letting Merle prove that he's not the weak link, but folks, again, it does seem as though Merle took a little bit too much on, went to prove himself, and lost the matchup for the team. Great win there for the Fortunate Sons. And folks, I'm being told that they will wrestle again next week versus the Great Danes. Fortunate Sons versus Great Danes next week when we go to Champagne, France. That's right, folks. The showdown in Champagne. We're staying in France again next week, and then, folks, we're on to Italy after that. But, folks, before all of that, we've got plenty more Tombstone TV yet to go. With plenty more here at the Bash in Bordeaux. Speaking of which, beautiful Bruno Bravo has been shopping all day on the streets of Bordeaux, folks, and yet he's going to be in action next year. Tombstone TV, so don't go anywhere. Beautiful Bruno Bravo in action. Who's he up against? We'll find out together in our third bout here tonight, so don't go anywhere. What a tag matchup we just had, as Fortunate Sons pick up their first tag team victory here in CWS at the expense of the returning Walkers Undead. I'm sure that's not the last we're going to see of that. And folks, here comes a singles bout where beautiful Bruno Bravo is here in Bordeaux, folks, and he is making his way to the ring. I am told, folks, that Bruno bought a lovely new jacket for himself for his entrance, and yet it didn't make it to the show on time. He is heartbroken. But Bruno has been enjoying himself recent weeks, where we've been going through Barcelona, Madrid. We're going to all these spots where he can go shopping. He loves to go on the high street looking for new accessories. Bruno, who has been shopping for a new belt as of late. What's he got in mind? Right now, I don't know, folks, but we'll find out together, I'm sure. This is Bruno's 24th ranked singles matchup. He's a former light heavyweight champion. 10 wins, 13 losses. Bruno is still trying to work on fixing his record. That's how he puts it. Making it more pretty, making it more beautiful. Picking up more wins. Who is Bruno against here tonight, folks? In Bordeaux, France. I know that tune, I know that music, and it seems to me like it's the former champion of the internet, Mumbai Zone, the Grand Raj Ram, making his way to the ring for his 4th ranked singles matchup. The Grand Raj is 1-2, folks. He picked up that championship of the internet from Niall Fox in Mumbai, India at WrestleFest 2. Went on to lose a non-title bout to Foxy on Tombstone TV, which cemented Foxy's rematch. And last month at Mayhem in Madrid, folks, we saw Foxy put the Grand Raj down, reclaiming that title and becoming the first ever 2-time champion of the internet. The Grand Raj Ram is here in Bordeaux, also looking to fix his record. Which man today moves closer and further up the rankings, and which man slips further down the card? Referee rings the bell, and look at the size difference here between the Grand Raj, and that's a quick takedown, and he folded Bruno up, and we've got a one, not even a 1 count here. Bruno rolls it through. We got the 1. We got the... Oh, look at this, folks. 1, and Bruno kicks out. And the cross-body attack connects, and beautiful Bruno Bravo with that beautiful cross-body, and he took him down. Folks, quickly let me run through our schedule for the next few weeks. Obviously, we're just off the back of the Bash in Barcelona, Mayhem in Madrid. Well, now, folks, we're here at the Bash in Bordeaux. Next week, the Showdown in Champagne. And then, folks, we're going to Italy for 2 whole weeks. The Roads to Gold in Rhodes, Italy, followed by the Fallout in Florence, and then, folks, on to Summer Series 2 in Seville. We're on our summer holidays, a European tour for the ages, folks. And there's going to be some absolutely stacked shows on the route as the Grand Raj and Bruno lock up again. And, folks, I'm really impressed with the strength of beautiful Bruno Bravo to be able to push the Grand Raj Ram around the ring like this with such ease. Functional strength, perhaps, over showboating muscles. But as I say that, the Grand Raj just powers Bruno across the ring. I spoke too soon, perhaps, but Bruno scoops him up and drops the Grand Raj, and now a leg sweep takes him down. And you know that Bruno's got to be looking for that beautiful pile driver, but, folks, any move could do it. This is simulated shoot combat. This is not rehearsed. No one's pushing the buttons here, folks. No one's pulling the strings, predicting the winners and dictating the losers in these bouts. It's a shoot, brother. Bruno, launches himself into the ring, vaults himself in, and that crossbody connects, and oh my goodness, oh my gosh, Bruno from the tippity top rope. Elbow connects to the top of the head of the Grand Raj Ram. I suppose coming off the top rope is the only way you're going to be able to drive your elbow into this man's head, and look at that. He had to put the Grand Raj on his knees so that he could lariat the man. The size difference at play here, but it shows the amount that beautiful Bruno Bravo has grown as a virtual wrestler, that he's thinking about this. And he scooped him up. Beautiful pile driver. Center of the ring, but the Grand Raj is so big. Is he close to the ropes or not, folks? I can't tell. 1, 2, 3, and beautiful Bruno Bravo just pinned the former champion of the internet. And Bruno picking up the win, and folks, in his 24th ranked match, Bruno picks up his 11th victory. A shining moment here, perhaps, for beautiful Bruno. Bravo. He just defeated a true heavyweight, which is interesting, considering Bruno has spent so much time recently in the light heavyweight division. As Bruno locked eyes on a new accessory. He's tried his luck against Ed Chef and that light heavyweight championship. Bruno has not been successful in those endeavors, losing to Ed Chef. Of course, most recently, last Saturday at Capital Carnage 4 in Miami, Madrid. Maybe this is going to open Bruno's eyes and show him his options. Great win there for beautiful Bruno Bravo. Not so much of a stellar showing perhaps for the Grand Raj Ram, who slips further and further away from that title picture perhaps. Folks, don't go anywhere, as we've got Royal Albertal versus the Starshine Kid coming up in action next year on Tombstone TV at the Bash in Bordeaux. And England's Own and Cosmic Alliance will clash yet again, and not for the last time. Not even last time tonight, folks. Don't go anywhere. 4 bouts coming up right here next. What a show it's been for you so far, folks, here at the Bash in Bordeaux for Tombstone TV episode 93 off the back Miami Madrid Capital Carnage 4. My name is Ever Bullet and Awesome, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then what are you waiting for, folks? This is where the best virtual wrestlers virtually wrestling, folks. Let me introduce you now to the Cosmic Alliance. We've seen Moonbeam Jr., the man on your right. We saw him in action earlier today. In the center, the two-time and current Intercontinental Champion here in CWS, the man that gravity didn't remember. This is Ozone, and to your left, and making his way to the ring right now for a singles bout set for one fall, is the Starshine Kid. And the Starshine Kid, folks, is making his way to the ring for his 14th ranked singles matchup. And he's looking for only his second ever victory. Starshine Kid, the son of the Lady Starshine, the former two-time women's champion, former women's tag champ. He is the longtime friend of Moonbeam Jr., of Ozone, and a protege of Moonbeam Originales. After all his independent, all his history that he's had, if you know, you know. And folks, Cosmic Alliance just seem to go from turmoil to turmoil, don't they? But right now, the Starshine Kid is ready to do battle with a member of England's Own, one half the former tag team champions, longest reigning tag champs at that, known as Big and Tall, Royal Albertal. And look at that, folks, being flanked by his new henchman. This seems like a powerful alliance in its own right, as Royal Albertal is making his way to the ring, flanked by Cole Minor and Cole Minor Sr. These guys who, in the main event at Capital Carnage 4, Miami Madrid, they charged the ring and started to assault Moonbeam Originales and the other members of the Cosmic Alliance, and it all turned into a schmoz. Big Ben lost the world's heavyweight title in that bout. But folks, I think that was only the first battle in what's going to be a massive war here in CWS. And it has the potential to rip the place apart. This is a singles matchup, but it seems as though both men have brought the cavalry. The coal miners in the corner of Royal Albert Tall, and Ozone and Moonbeam Jr. in the corner of the Starshine Kid. How is this all going to unfurl, folks? I am so curious. I can't wait to find out. Yet to come, folks, we've got a 6-woman tag bout featuring the women's World's Champion and the women's tag champs. That's right, Mississippi will be teaming up with the Dancer Sisters to take on the Lady Starshine and The Lord's Angels, Faith and Grace Angels. That 6-woman tag is coming up next after this bout, followed by General Lee Good going one-on-one with King Toro, the bout that potentially could have been for the Intercontinental Championship at Capital Carnage 4 if it wasn't for Ozone defeating both General Lee Good and King Toro in singles action, earning his way into that bout. And of course, folks, the main event tonight, Big Ben versus Moonbeam Originales in a non-title fight. As the bout starts, and folks, as the bout starts, I'm Tall with the big boot taking down Starshine Kid. Right hands to the face already. And Royal Albertal showing his experience, folks. This is his 14th matchup up against the Starshine Kid's 14th matchup. And Royal Albertal driving his fist to the face here, the Starshine Kid. And my goodness, I still can't get over this team. The coal miners seemingly turned up, and my god, the Starshine Kid found that top, connects with that top rope moonsault, and a leaping elbow drop connects here as well. And another elbow. And the Starshine Kid, what's he got in mind here? As Albert gets up to his feet and the Starshine Kid launches himself into the ring, and that leaping forearm connects. Don't know how the Starshine Kid, if he got all of that or not, seems to be favoring his arm, and he scoops him up with the other arm this time and drives him down and hooks the leg, and we've got the 1, 2, and Royal Albertal manages to kick out at the count of 2. But he kicks the top of the Starshine Kid's head, and now Albert is able to take control, goes for the big boot in the corner. The Starshine Kid evades him and kicks out of the leg. And Tall now chopping and slapping away here at the Starshine Kid. And look, as if Tall didn't play with the turnbuckles enough in his first matchup. He did that in Dylan's bout earlier, and he's done it now in his own. The referee distracted and allowing Tall to just mount and stomp and clubber away here at the Starshine Kid. Royal Albertal, gets his legs swept, and Starshine Kid now stomps the ankles here of Royal Albertal. The man known for selling tickets to shows, he's doing his best, and he's going nose to nose and blow for blow here with the Starshine Kid. Tall with the power, with the strength advantage for sure. He's one half the longest reigning tag champs of all time here in Big Ben with a 142-day reign. He also has 5 singles victories to his name over the Starshine Kids, 1 and no titles, no tag reign. And my goodness, up to the count of 2 there off the Royal Big Boot. And Tall scoops him onto his shoulders. What's he looking for here? Oh my god, that waistland slam. And we've got the 1, the 2. And the Starshine Kid kicks out at 2. And folks, I truly believe that might have been it. Tall reckons he's got it. And that elbow to the face connects. That was enough. The 3 count lands, and Royal Albertal picks up victory here in his 14th ranked matchup. The Starshine Kid. Unlucky Mr. Unlucky 13th loss. Still only 1 victory to his name, and folks, now the Cosmic Alliance have won a bout today, and the Cosmic Alliance have lost a bout. England's Own have picked up a victory, and England's Own have lost, and folks, in the main event, it's going to go 2-1, but will it be the England's Own or Cosmic Alliance's Big Ben faces off with the World Heavyweight Champion and the man that defeated him at Mayhem in Madrid, Moonbeam Originales, in a non-title special guest ref bout. That's happening later, but before that, we've 2 more matches yet to come, folks. That 6-woman tag is coming up right here next as the Lady Starshine teams with the Lord's Angels in just a very strange team up against the Dancer Sisters and Mississippi. Off the back of those 2 matches at Capital Carnage, where Mississippi took the title from the Lady Starshine, and the Dancer Sisters put the Lord's Angels down for a second pay-per-view straight. That 6-woman tag's coming up right here next, so don't go anywhere. Keep with us at Tombstone TV. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 93. It's Sebastian Bordeaux, and we have a 6-woman tag team matchup coming up right now. Here come the former women's #1 contenders for the CWS Tag Team Championships and the inaugural CWS Women's Tag Champs themselves, the Lord's Angels, Faith and Grace, making their way down to the ring. They seem to be a little bit lost without their Lord and Savior. We've yet to see the other members of the Revelation. There's been no Lord and Savior, no Jean La Baptiste since Season 3 began here in CWS, but Faith and Grace are back, proving themselves time and time again as being worthy challengers, yet on the night they come up short when they take on the Dancer Sisters 2-on-2. Let's see, is that any bit different tonight, folks, when it's not 2-on-2? It's 3-on-3, when the Dancer Sisters, the CWS Women's Tag Team Champions team, alongside Mississippi, the new World's Champion in the Women's Division, and they go up against the Lord's Angels and their strange tag team partner for this evening of the tag team, Star Shining Tricks, former 2-time women's champion, former top contender in the women's division, former tag champ in the women's division. This is the Lady Star Shine. As she makes her way to the ring, is she tied to the Cosmic Alliance? With all the drama that's been unfolding with the Cosmic Alliance in recent weeks and months, we haven't seen the Lady Starshine have too much to do with them, even though her own son, the Starshine Kid, is featured quite prominently in the group. But the Lady Starshine here tonight, folks, without her championship after the nefarious attack by Mississippi. A score is to be settled between the women that lost at Capital Carnage 4 as they take on the women that won at Capital Carnage 4. So I take a sip from my black coffee, and the three women await their opponents here in the ring. Thank you for joining us in Bordeaux. Thank you for joining us for Championship Wrestling Series. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for, folks? For the best virtual wrestlers virtually wrestle. And speaking of the best, here come the CWS Women's Tag Team Champions on their third reign with those titles. And folks, I have yet to see a team, I think, capable of dethroning them and taking the championships. This is their dominant reign. More championship matches than any superstars here in CWS, and they've done it together. Been together since birth. Jazz Dancer on the right hand side of your screen, and her sister Private Dancer, and they are absolutely ready as ever to do a battle here tonight, folks. CWS Women's Tag Team Champions of the World. It's so just normal to see them with those titles around their waists. It's actually more uncommon to see them without. And yet tonight here they are tagging with a differential for them too. Here comes Mississippi Zone, master of the passive fists. It's the first time we see her with that women's championship. Here comes Mississippi! And Mississippi making her way to the ring here, folks. There doesn't seem to be any doubt in her mind, no fear. I mean, I'd certainly fear the repercussions. I wouldn't want to be the hands of the Lady Starshine after attacking her before their matchup last week and potentially doing the damage before the title fight even began. Mississippi and the Lady Starshine going back at it again tonight, folks. So with the added twist of the tag team champions and former tag team contenders in the bout also. And look at that Private Dancer picking up where she left off with that short clothesline here, taking Faith Angels down and whipping her into the corner. And my goodness, Dancers and the Hippies, oh, off the ropes, and there we go. Look at that double arm drag, and Jazz with a dive and splash attack here to Faith. Jazz stomping those golden heels onto the chest and now onto the ankles here of Faith Angels. If you can take away The mobility of the Angels, they can't fly high and soar like we've seen them do in recent weeks. And now Private getting the tag here from her sister again. Like a well-oiled machine, the Dancer sisters. Big back body drop, and Faith Angels flies high and collides flat down to the mat just like that. And she goes for the dive and snap mare like maneuver. And Private misses only to get pounced on by Faith. Sometimes, folks, Faith will just hit you in the face, won't it? Faith Angels. Oh, rolling attack here. All the body weight across Private Dancer, and the referee gets down for the counting. A kick out before the ref even got to 1. Folks, remember to join us here for Tombstone TV every single week. Every Tuesday night on YouTube. Join us for Summer Series 2 as we head to Seville. And before that, folks, we're going to Rhodes. We're going to Champagne, France. And we're, of course, going to Florence as well. And a clubbing blow from Private Dancer. Summer Series 2 is going to be in Seville, Italy. And, folks, the European Tour connects. Private Dancer has got her where she wants her. And, oh, the camera missed all of that. Dynamic cam, not at its best. And, my God, look at that. Faith just tagged in the former two-time women's champ. And the Lady Starshine, seemingly accidentally perhaps, taking down the referee and immediately getting connected into a backbreaker. Big right hand. The Lady Starshine got turned inside out by Private Dancer. A stomp onto the inside of that thigh, and Private Dancer and the Lady Starshine. Now this is a matchup that I don't think I've seen in CWS, and now that they're in the ring together, folks, I'm seeing it as something of an unforeseen dream matchup. Private Dancer, we've seen her go toe-to-toe with some of the best tag wrestlers, and my God, a one-on-one between these two. My God, look at that, the bottom rope moonsault. The Lady Starshine showing that she's still got it. And a right hand turns Private inside out on a big back suplex, and the Lady Starshine manages to turn the tides in this one. But Private makes a tag, and now as she saw Mississippi get back into the ring, the Lady Starshine turned around. Mississippi with a roll up. We've got the one, not even a 1 count here. I thought she might steal it, but the Lady Starshine's rage exuding from her, able to get out of it and into a series of kicks and connections here from Mississippi. Step up and Sikori. Lady Starshine gets taken down. And Mississippi now knocking the Private Dancer off the top rope and up to the top of the top. The elbow drop connects to the back, and the Lady Starshine's had it in a bad way to cover. And now we've got the 1. And Faith in to break it up, only to get whipped off the ropes. And my goodness, Grace could have potentially caught her there, but Faith got launched hard way over the top rope and outside of the virtual pads, protecting our virtual athletes from the virtual concrete below. And Mississippi makes the tag back to Private Dancer. Off the rope she goes, and up, big back body drop. Lady Starshine goes down, and Private feeling herself right now. Lady Starshine goes and makes the tag. And now Grace Angel's in the ring. And look at that for a convoluted arm drag, but it worked. Grace now rocking down and torquing away at the leg here. A Private Dancer who's in a bad way. Standing moonsault connects. And rolling forward. And now Grace to the tip of the top rope. And what's she looking for? Measuring. Private Dancer. And like a sharpshooter from the top, the clubbing blows connect, but the senton, the springboard senton misses. Grace is going to want to have to take that one out of the arsenal. She never hits the bloody thing. She might need to say a few prayers to her Lord and Savior. Oh, and a right hand from Faith was enough to get the attention here of Private Dancer. And what's Grace looking for? My goodness, she rolled her up. The dynamic cam catches it 1. And my God, Private manages to break up. Grace now going back up to the top rope, and this time from the other side. Yet again measuring Private Dancer, and from the top, this time the crossbody absolutely comes up short. My God, what an embarrassment. And what? Another convoluted arm drag here from Grace. Running shoulder tackle. She seems to have recovered from that botch. And a kick to the midsection and a diving neckbreaker. Grace now with the cover and Mississippi not allowing it. Is there a bond forming here between Mississippi and the dancers? I get that she doesn't want to have the loss. But, oh, crossfade! Crossfade! Grace is locked into the crossfade and Private Dancer! Oh, she manages to break the hold, unlike the last time she was put in that position. And the major boot connects and Grace gets taken off her feet. Private measuring. Whipping Grace into the corner. And all the assaults here and Jazz. I thought a tag happened there between the Dancer sisters, but seemingly that did not occur. Another tag to Mississippi. Is this a smart ploy by Private Dancer to keep tagging in Mississippi, allow her to tire herself out and her take the damage perhaps, saving her sister Jazz for a moment that if they possibly need her? Maybe if Private takes the brunt of the damage in this one at Mississippi, then Jazz is safe to take the brunt. Are they rotating as meat shields perhaps? And look at that. She caught her. She rolled her up. Mississippi gets taken through here by Faith Angels. And now Faith locking up with Mississippi. Whips her off the ropes. And Faith with the drop down. And oh, convoluted arm drag yet again. And Mississippi got taken for a ride. Faith with that diving neckbreaker. And Faith is now stalking Mississippi. And what's she looking for here? Faith up on the shoulders. And the fall from Grace connects. We've got the cover, and my God, Private won't allow the referee to even get to the count of one. And I think Private collided with the ref, and surely the ref can't disqualify Private for that when it happened earlier. Starshine did the same thing, and there again, that springboard senton disconnects, and Mississippi with the series of kicking combination maneuvers and the leg sweep. Faith in a bad way here. Mississippi finally makes the tag to Jazz Dancer, who has not been in this bout for a minute, and goes to charge across the ring and walks right into Faith's DDT. And the standing drop kick. Faith is flurried, makes the tag, and now the Lady Starshine versus Jazz Dancer, and again another matchup I'd love to see. Lady Starshine ducks underneath that big boot attempt here, but she cannot avoid the leg sweep, and Jazz managing to roll through. You forget the ability of Jazz. We often see her as a tag wrestler, but my goodness gracious, look at the maneuvers she can pull off in the ring. A quick tag here to Private Dancer. Folks, I really do think that there's something to my theory here, that Jazz is supposed to not be in this matchup, save herself for the big hitting moves in the pay-per-view maybe. Oh, scoops up and a big sidewalk slam, and Private takes the Lady Starshine flat down to the mat, and Private's in control. And folks, you gotta think the referee's gotta be sick of people interfering in the counts at this point. And my God, here comes Grace Angels to break it up one more time off of that Private leg drop. And my goodness, you gotta think the referee is truly done with this at this point. My God, shoulder breaker to Grace. That's what you get for interfering in the pinfall attempt here, according to Private Dancer, who whips the Lady Starshine, and the cover makes a quick tag there to Jazz Dancer. And now the Dancer sisters have Lady Starshine off the ropes, and a big back body drop one more time, and Jazz has her right where she wants her, center of the ring. What's Jazz looking for? Oh, she took too much time and eats a gut punch, and a spear from the Lady Starshine. That cosmic spear connects, and now from the second rope, measuring that elbow, the Starshine elbow connects, and Jazz Dancer, who has been out of the matchup and maybe allowed her body to cool down and was not expecting this, but Mississippi dives across the ring, will not allow the Lady Starshine to pick up the victory, and will not allow her team to lose. Lady Starshine goes for the big right hand and misses the major clothesline for Jazz, misses that one, and the springboard Hurricane Rana. Jazz taken down. The Lady Starshine goes off the ropes. They're running. Double axes connect. Jazz rolling to the outside, pulling herself up on the ropes from the apron. What's the Lady Starshine looking for here? And the spear again connects, and this time Jazz gets launched off the apron and outside on the floor. Lady Starshine talking all kinds of trash, looking for some advice perhaps from her team. Oh, the Lady Starshine just removed that top turnbuckle pad, and Faith offering the distraction. The referee doesn't see it occur. Lady Starshine back into the ring, and Jazz is up, big right hand. is the Lady Starshine going to use measures we've not seen from her? Off the ropes, and the big boot connects. My goodness, Jazz with those dancing feet connects, and into the turnbuckle the Lady Starshine goes. Jazz now catching the angles of the Lady Starshine and allowing gravity to power bomb her for her. Off the turnbuckle, I think the referee has spotted the turnbuckle pad, but also spotted the tag, and there goes the major boot and a high knee connection. And you gotta think, my goodness, that's standing moonsault connects, but the referee's been distracted and faked in to break up the count while the referee wasn't looking. Tactical maneuver by the Lady Starshine. She didn't use the violence of that steel turnbuckle. Just the mere thought of it was enough to protect herself at that moment. And springboard on Hurricane Rana botched with 2 knees to the face, and Mississippi has to roll to the outside. The Lady Starshine's measured her right hand, ducks underneath, and my God, Cosmic Neck Breaker connects. And the Lady Starshine has her right where she wants her. I thought she was thinking about the Starshine elbow one more time, but Mississippi evades that forearm to the back, whips the Lady Starshine off the ropes, and Mississippi with the drop down. Lady Starshine shoots back, and the Threads press connects, and Mississippi clubbing and blows to the face here. The Lady Starshine, and oh my goodness, the cover, and we've got the one. Has the toll been taken? The Lady Starshine gets pinned yet again by Mississippi, and surely Mississippi feels that's definitive, and the Lady Starshine's going to have some answers right there. Surely she's got to think. She's lost now in a singles action, although it was a bit shady, and now she's lost yet again, this time in 3-on-3 action. Can you believe it? The Lady Starshine and Mississippi, they seem like they're destined to do this again and again. Another fun bout there for us folks on Tombstone TV at the Bash of Bordeaux. Don't go anywhere, we have 2 more matches left on the card. Generally Good takes on King Toro. The match that should have been for the Intercontinental Championship in their eyes. We're going to get that singles bout here tonight, folks. Which one is going to put themselves in good standing with management for another opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship, and which one's going to fall further down the card? And then, of course, folks, in the main event, we're going to run it back. Big Ben takes on Moonbeam Originales in a non-title fight, and folks, it's a special guest referee, and I can now announce Hiro Satoshi, the next #1 contender for the World Heavyweight title, is going to be the special guest ref in that bout. My goodness, oh my gosh, don't go anywhere, folks. King Toro, Generally Good, coming up right here next at Bash in Bordeaux. What a victory there, and are we looking at an unlikely union here between the Dancer Sisters in Mississippi? Maybe. This is your semi-main event of the Bash of Bordeaux, episode 93 of Tombstone TV. That's right, 93 episodes, folks. If you're watching, let me know in the comments section down below. Making his way to the ring here for his 5th ranked singles matchup, Generally Good, the former #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. 1 win, 3 losses. The General lost to Ozone on the path to the Capital Carnage 4, but unluckily for him, so did King Toro, resulting in Ozone being inserted into the 1-on-1 matchup. And what, folks, is that? King Toro leaping out of the sky, leaping straight right to the face and taking the General down. Ozone defeated General Lee, then defeated King Toro, inserted himself into the matchup, and then won the triple threat, became a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. This is the bout that should have been a Capital Carnage, the singles fight. Other than Ozone's interference in taking the championship, the ink was signed on the contract for a 1-on-1 matchup this month. And folks, this is it, we're having it now. King Toro, Generally Good. These guys have known each other for so long, fighting on the independents, years. And the cover, we've got the 1, and the kick out of 1. These guys went back and forth for donkey's years in the independent scene, and both arrived in very very close fashion here in CWS. King Toro, of course, the father of two-time light heavyweight champion and previous top contender Prince Toro. Founding father of Los Bestias Locas is alongside Wood Prince Loco Lopez and Pantera Rodos. And you'll have a hard time convincing me, folks, that Pantera and Loco don't know what King Toro and Wolf have been doing recently. But they claim they haven't. The King claims to be part of Los Bestias Locas, and Loco and Pantera say they're not. I don't understand what's going on there. And then, of course, folks, the one night that King Toro loses his title and the Wolf is banned from the arena, Loco, Lobo, and Pantera don't benefit from their assistance and lose their matchups. We've got a straight right, and King Toro, the Raging Bull, gets a 2-count here on Generally Good. Folks, a lot of people are saying that Generally Good has lost his step, that he's not with it since arriving here in CWS. He formerly teamed with Major Attraction on the independent scene, and a lot of people are claiming that they should reform that team until they both find their groove. Major Attraction, the inaugural and longest reigning heavyweight world champion here in CWS, 223-day reign with the world's heavyweight title, has somehow lost his step. It seems he's fallen behind the times and he has not been on the top like he has since season 1. He's been coasting by in the laurels of his legend, according to a lot of fans here across Season 2 and now into the start of Season 3. The General arrived on the scene against Major Attraction, and a lot of fans are calling for them to put their differences aside, focus on the tag team division, rejuvenate their careers, and maybe go it alone, solo in the future again. But first, let's get back on the same page. And folks, would you not like to see the General and Major Attraction join back together? I know a lot of fans would like to see that. Maybe there's something to it. Maybe this is the last chance here for the singles division of Generally Good, who swore upon arriving here in CWS that he'd go straight to the tippity top of the card, go to the main event and take the World's Heavyweight title, and folks, it has not worked out for him since. Look at that Raging Bull from the top of the fist connects, and General Z's face has been burst open, and we got a 1 and a kick out of 1, but the General is bleeding blood from his own face, and King Toro now wrapping him up, turning him over. The dynamic hand trying to catch. Oh, off the ropes, and the drop kick misses, and General was playing possum. Some stomps connect, and now the General, awoken by the sight of his own blood. The mullet-haired madman in the corner, rocking and locking up here with King Toro. Scoops him onto the shoulders, and he's going to drop him face first onto that top rope. And the General has got to be thinking General Lee Good, clothesline, Generally Good, power bomb, and all the other moves that he made famous in the independent scene. Look at that deadlift scoop up, and my goodness, driving him down with that sheer domination. The King with a 3-win, 3-loss record, former Intercontinental Champion, founding father of Los Bestias Locas, and he's in a bad way right now with the hands and the feet of Generally Good, who's appearing, pardon the pun now, but Generally Good in this one. The dropkick connects this time, and my goodness, it's as if being cut open lit a fire upon General Lee Good, who has now been in control since, and he's dragging the King around the ring to right where he wants him. Take a sip from my coffee as the General unloads. The General just used his own bleeding head to burst open the head of the King. The headbutt connects, and the General raking away at the eyes here of the King. This is General Lee, frowned upon, but my God, the King escapes the hold. He's been in that one too many times. He had it scouted and figured out a way out of the move. The King scooping the General up, and he's got him clutched. And my goodness, the King's power bomb connects. Raging Bull, pile driver. My apologies, and from the top is the King looking for the sloppy ass moonsault. That Raging Bull sloppy ass moonsault, and he misses it. He took too much time. The General standing tall, whips the King into the corner. Dynamic cam, gonna catch all the action as the General charges. Massive splash, and he misses. The King has him where he wants him. Left jab, hook, kick. And the stunner, the General's taken down. And the King connects with that stunner. The General having difficulty with his legs, it seems, and the King targets right after that injury. Torquing away at the leg. And the King I mean, it's hard not to cheer for the guy, even when he's part of this heinous Las Bestias Locas action. Big back body drop takes the General down. And this time, he won't miss. The King goes to the top for the sloppy ass moonsault, the Raging Bull moonsault, whatever you want to call it. Some call it his big finish. And that's gotta be it. 1, 2, 3. You gotta think that King Toro just cemented himself as the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship with a win like that. King Toro goes 4-3 in his 7th ranked singles matchup, and my goodness, the General, it's like he can't buy a win right now. And I wonder what Major Attraction is thinking, because you know Major Attraction has been on a downward slope himself, not picking up the victories that he previously would have. Will he be open, perhaps, to teaming with the General again in the future? They've had many a tag team name in the past. Generally Major, Majorly Good, and so many more in different promotions. What would they even go by here, folks? And who would they feud with? Who would they team with? I think a run against Las Bestias Locas might be on the cards. And folks, I'd kind of like to see that. I hope you would too. Maybe it will happen. Folks, do not go anywhere. The main event's coming up right here next. Is Big Ben takes on Moonbeam Originalis in a non-title fight with Hiro Satoshi as a special guest referee. That bout's coming up right here next on Tombstone TV, Bash in Bordeaux. Don't go anywhere. The main event of Bash in Bordeaux about to begin, and folks, here comes the special guest referee, former light heavyweight champion with a reign of 112 days, former Eliminator winner, future shot briefcase holder. This man is a former heavyweight world's champion. The man that lost his championship to Big Ben and then went on to win Contenders at Capital Carnage 4. He's the #1 contender for the World's Heavyweight Championship. He has the opportunity to become a 2-time World's Heavyweight Champion when we go to Seville for Summer Series 2. This is none other than Hiro Satoshi. And Hiro has a heck of a record, folks. Not many men have put down Hiro Satoshi in singles action. And tonight, due to the fact he has kept the peace so many times in the past, he has been called upon again, considering he's so close to this bout. Big Ben took the title from him, and he has the opportunity to take the title from Moonbeam Originalis. Right in the middle he goes. Big Ben demanding a rematch for the World's Heavyweight Championship that he lost, claiming that the match should have been scratched from the record books due to the amount of interference involved between his own group, his new group that he founded alongside Royal Albert Hall, England's own, where the coal miners and Dylan, the villain Dylan, interfered. But he claims that he didn't have anything to do with the group. I disbelieve him. He says the Royal Albert Hall worked independently, that it had nothing to do with him. He's already been blasphemed upon in the past, where people assumed that he was the man masquerading as Big Penne in Season 2. Big Ben has been with us since the start. He won the main event in the very first episode of Tombstone TV, and he reckons he's been doubted upon and crapped on the whole time he's been here. He reckons that, yes, he's friends with all the guys in England's own, but they're not his group, the Royal Albert Hall's group. He had nothing to do with all that interference, and the record should be scratched. He should still be the champion. And he demands his opportunity against the man that he claims to be at fault for the schmoz at the end of the show. This man, Moonbeam Originalis of the Cosmic Alliance, because he does lead the Cosmic Alliance. Big Ben with 19 wins and 13 losses. This is his 33rd ranked singles matchup. He's one of the most matches we've had for any superstar here, any wrestler in CWS, and he's going up against this man, the one-time and current heavyweight world champion, the leader of the Cosmic Alliance, 13 wins and 4 losses, and he looks so very good with that championship around his waist. He did tell me earlier today that he's been hoping to get it modified and customized to his liking. Got it booked in after this show, and it should have a new look the next time we see him. But this man right now, This is Moonbeam Originales. And folks, he was in the main event of Summer Series 1 last year. He's going to be in the main event of Summer Series 2 this year. I guess we should call him Mr. Summer Series. Moonbeam Originales heading to the ring with the World's Heavyweight title wrapped around his waist. He has promised to hold this for a long time, for a good time. He wants to be the longest reigning champion in the galaxy and in the history of CWS. He's got a heck of an uphill battle to climb. There are so many elite talents here in CWS who want to pry that out of his hands. Hiro Satoshi, Big Ben. What about Zachary Evans, the winner of the Last Man Standing tournament? What about Major Attraction, who I mentioned earlier, longest reigning and inaugural heavyweight champion? And so many champions in between. Wrenchem, multi-time champion. Tiernan Og, TKO. So many men have held that title. Garen Noon has held that title. And so many top contenders along the way who fell just short. And oh my God, Moonbeam wraps him up. 1. Oh, and the kick out. Hiro, a very fair referee in my opinion. He's so close to this one. He might not have a preference as to who he picks up victory. In my eyes, he should want Big Ben to lay all kinds of hands on Moonbeam. But my God, another roll up, and this time Big Ben's got Moonbeam. And oh, I can see the game these guys are playing. A lot of people think it's... I'm seeing this online right now. A lot of people saying, why the heck is Hiro reffing this one? He's too close. But lads, do we not understand? Hiro is one of the soundest characters of all the virtual athletes here in CWS. When he could have gone 1-on-1 back at Stadium Royale and defended his championship against Eli Valentine, he got Eli into the bout. He got Kintsugi Kid into the match, even though they had such a history. It wasn't just TKO and Hiro like it could have been. He had a 50-50 chance of winning, and he ended up allowing Eli and Kintsugi to earn their way into that matchup. And where are they now, folks? Hiro, of course, did go on to still win that bout and become the World's Heavyweight Champion. Look at these exchange of blows. Big Ben with 2 right hands, and Originales with a right hand of his own. Oh my God, a slugfest between the Tower of London and the original Moonbeam. Oh, they're digging the heads off each other. They're poking the heads off each other like it's hillbillies at 2 a.m. on a Friday night. And Hiro Satoshi watching on. A kick low from Big Ben. He's scooping him up. The King's Pile Driver. No, big back body drop. And Moonbeam Originales thinks he's got him where he wants him. The World's Heavyweight Champion looking to be in the shape of his life in my eyes. Cosmic Clothesline connects and Moonbeam goes over the top rope and up to the tippity top. What's he looking for here? Oh, sloppy splash from the top. 1, 2, and Big Ben kicks out at 2, and Hiro holds 2 fingers up to tell everybody what's going on. The lights just went out, folks. What's going on here? Is music playing? Who's coming? What? What's going on there? Moonbeam Originales turns his attention up to the ramp. Big Ben sneaking up behind him. No one came out. Big Ben with the over the head, belly to belly overhead throw. My God, was that a ploy? Was that a ploy, ladies and gentlemen? Big Ben off the ropes. London's leg drop. We've got the 1, 2. Oh, I thought that was it. I thought Big Ben picked up the victory off of that London's leg drop, and even Hiro was taken. My gosh, folks, I've never seen anything like it. Did Big Ben rig the sound man in the back? Was it an accident in the truck? Who knows? As Big Ben scoops him up, walks him around the ring, and drops Moonbeam Originales into the corner post, and that turnbuckle connects. And yes, there's a pad there, folks, but that's still a steel ring post. Gravity power bomb in the corner. Big Ben, London's leg drop one more time. And Moonbeam Originales, World Heavyweight Champion, having to pick himself up, drag himself up onto the ropes. Big Ben. Oh, Moonbeam playing possum. Slingshots bent back into the ring, and now Moonbeam in control. But Big Ben step up, and Seguri connects, and Originales goes down. And the cover, but Hiro just got a rope break before the pinfall. What? Big Ben now wrapping up Originales. He's got him in that bow and arrow hold. I've never seen this out of Big Ben, but the big man wraps him up, and oh, Moonbeam gets out into a pinfall attempt, and Big Ben has to kick out. It's Hiro, clearly not trusting Hero, oh my god, he's got him up. Buckingham, running power slam, connects, and he's got the cover. Rope break again. The pin hadn't even started. Does Hero have bias? Big Ben scooping up onto the shoulders. Originalis escapes the hold. Right hand. And he scoops him up. Cosmic Power Bomb. My god, that one-arm Cosmic Power Bomb. He's folding him up. But Big Ben should have previously won this matchup. My god. Moonbeam. Oh, Big Ben manages to kick out Hero. You're going to have questions after the show, buddy. Moonbeam picking up Big Ben like that, and oh, that cosmic code breaker, the cosmic collision, whatever you want to call it, he just burst open the Tower of London. And Moonbeam now launching Big Ben back into the ring, and that might be it, folks. We're England's own now. And from the tippity top, Moonbeam Originalis is measuring Big Ben. The double axis. Oh, he didn't connect. Straight right to the midsection. Big Ben's caught him. Big Ben dragging him over to the ropes. Straight right. Caught him. You never know what Big Ben's going to do. The freaky athleticism of a man this size. Locking up with the original Moonbeam, whipping him off the ropes, and oh, scoops him up. My God. Launches him into the skies, and look at that, folks. Big Ben burst open. Moonbeam gets caught. And the freaky athleticism with that crucifix, and Moonbeam doesn't know where he is. Big Ben standing tall. He thinks he's got it. The Tower of London. Crucifix pinned one more time. 1, 2, 3. He just pinned the world's heavyweight champion, and Hero couldn't call rope break on that. What does this mean, folks? Big Ben, who lost the championship to Moonbeam Originalis and Mayhem in Madrid. But there was the schmoz. There was a lot of men interfering. He claims that he had nothing to do with it, that it was Royal Everton, that it was Moonbeam Originalis. It's not his fault. The championship match was stricken for the record. He should still be the champion. And then, folks, an enforcer, Hiro Satoshi, the top contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, the man that Big Ben defeated to take the title, the man that's going up against Moonbeam Originalis at next month's pay-per-view as the special guest ref. And you know what happens? Big Ben defeats Moonbeam Originalis clean as a whistle. And folks, it should probably have even happened earlier. Only that Hero with some questionable rope break calls. Now I did say Hero is a squeaky clean man, and that he's learned his lesson from that violence with Kintsugi Kid years ago, and he doesn't hold a bias, doesn't have a prejudice. But folks, those rope break calls for sure were suspicious, and yet he couldn't call rope break on the finish of the match off. Big Ben just defeated the World Heavyweight Champion, and folks, it's got to lay claim to another championship matchup. But Hero, will he allow it? He's been forgiving in the past. He did allow Eli, and he allowed the Kintsugi Kid into that ladder match against TKO, Thiago K. Oliveira, way back in the Stadium Royale for the World Heavyweight title. Went on to win it, but will he be as brave this time when he's not against Eli, Kintsugi Kid and TKO? If it was a triple threat match perhaps with Big Ben and Moonbeam Originalis, my goodness, oh my gosh. Folks, I'm getting word from management right now. The athletes involved do not know this, but Big Ben versus Hiro Satoshi has been booked for next week's show. When we go to the showdown in Champagne, France, Big Ben, Hiro Satoshi, and if Big Ben can defeat Hiro, he will get added to the main event of Summer Series 2 for the World's Heavyweight title. And on top of that, folks, Moonbeam Jr. and Moonbeam Originalis, his father, will take on another father and son team of England's own, the Coal Miners. And folks, there's so much more gonna happen on episode 94 of Tombstone TV. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, then what are you waiting for? This is where the best virtual wrestlers virtually wrestle. It's CEWS Championship Wrestling Series. I've been BBA. You guys have been class. Remember to stay decent, and I hope to see you next week for Tombstone TV, episode 94. Pop the corks, baby. We're going to Champagne. See you then.